There are an estimated 47 million of these people in America right now. You are probably one of them. You're born as a child of the algorithm. Your parents meet on a dating site in 2003. The site is called eHarmony. The first gift your father gives your mother is a subscription to JDate. Your first exposure to romance is transactional. At age 5, you learn to sort. You sort your Legos by color. You sort your animal crackers by shape. You sort your friends by who brings the best snacks. This is not play. This is preliminary data structuring for a future of infinite swiping. Your childhood is spent building the foundation for a life spent optimizing a profile you will hate. Elementary school, other kids have crushes. You have a compatibility matrix. You rate your classmates on a 1 to 5 scale across 6 categories: snack sharing propensity, recess game skill, pencil sharpness, backpack brand, laugh volume, and parental car model. You keep this data in a Google Sheet your parents cannot access. You are 7 years old. Your first grade teacher, Mrs. Henderson, asked you to draw a picture of your family. You draw a flowchart. It shows your parents as nodes connected by a line labeled 2003 eHarmony match 87% compatibility. Mrs. Henderson calls your parents. They are proud. They think it shows early analytical skills. It shows you are broken. Middle school, you get your first phone. It is an iPhone SE. You do not use it to call anyone. You use it to conduct A/B testing. You create 2 Instagram accounts. One account posts sunsets and quotes. The other account posts memes about homework. You track which account gets more follower requests from the kids in your grade. The meme account wins by 3 followers. You learn a valuable lesson. Authenticity is less efficient than pandering. You apply this lesson to your first real crush. You learn she likes turtles. You change your entire personality to be about turtles for 2 months. She starts dating a kid who plays bass clarinet. You have the data. The data was wrong. And just like that, you reach the most insufferable period of being a Hinge Power User. You're a teenage Hinge Power User. You are 16. You download Hinge the day you turn 18. You lie about your age on the sign up by one day. The algorithm does not care. Other teens go to party. You go on first dates. You have a system. Monday is coffee. Tuesday is a walk. Wednesday is a drink you are not old enough to order. You order soda water with lime and call it a mocktail. You keep notes in your phone after each date. Note for Jason, talked too much about his mom's Toyota Camry. Auto left. Note for Chloe, laughed at my joke about sequel potential. You go on 37 first dates in 1 year. You have 2 second dates. Your profile is a masterpiece of calculated quirk. Your first photo is you with a dog. It is not your dog. You borrowed it from your cousin for 45 minutes. The dog's name is Buster. You call him my partner in crime in the caption. Your second photo is you hiking. You are on a paved trail that is 0.3 miles long. You are wearing brand new Patagonia gear. The tags are still in the jacket pocket. Your prompt answers are engineered for maximum engagement. Together We Could is filled with argue about the best way to load a dishwasher. This is not a desire. This is a filter designed to weed out people with low conflict tolerance. It works. Nobody matches. You develop a theory of the 3-date sink cost. You believe if you can get someone to invest 3 dates of their time, they will be less likely to ghost you due to the psychological principle of sunk cost fallacy. Your goal is not connection. Your goal is user retention. You plan date 2 to be slightly more expensive than date 1, but not so expensive you can't write it off. Date 2 is mini golf. You let them win. Date 3 is a movie you have no interest in. You spend the entire runtime planning your text for after the credits. The text is, had a great time, you have a really calming presence. This is not a compliment. This is a metric. Calming presence scores high on your post-date rubric. You try to explain your system to your friends. They do not understand. You show them your date dashboard. They ask if you are happy. You tell them happiness is a lagging metric, not a leading indicator. They ask if you've met anyone you like. You tell them you have met 16 people who meet your baseline compatibility threshold of 72%. They ask if you felt a spark with any of them. You tell them sparks are statistically insignificant outliers. They suggest you try meeting someone at a bar. You ask them for data on the success rate of bar meetings versus app meetings. They do not have data. You consider them low-quality sources. Subscribe so you can keep crying about people you've definitely met. And then you become an adult with the optimization genes in full bloom. You are 24, you work in marketing. Your job is to increase click-through rates by 0.2%. You apply this to your love life. You run paid promotions on your Hinge profile. You spend $17 to boost your profile in a 3-mile radius around a specific wine bar you like. You get 4 likes. 3 are from people outside your age filter. 1 is from a person whose profile says, just ask. You do not ask, you consider this a failed campaign. You write a post-mortem in a Google Doc. The conclusion is to target a different zip code. You book a weekend trip to Austin just to change your location on Hinge. You do not leave your Airbnb. Your dating becomes a series of scalable experiments. You test opening lines. Hey gets a 4% reply rate. A question about their specific prompt gets an 11% reply rate. A misspelled compliment gets a 15% reply rate but lower quality matches. You define quality as likelihood to agree to a second date. You create a dashboard for this. You use Google Data Studio. The dashboard has pie charts. You show it to your therapist. Your therapist suggests you try meeting people organically. You ask for data to support the efficacy of that approach. Your therapist does not have data. You consider finding a new therapist. You look for therapists on a platform with ratings. You go on a date with another power user. You recognize each other immediately. You are both 5 minutes early. You are both holding the same nonfiction book about habit formation. You both ordered the same sparkling water before the other arrived. The first 20 minutes are a graceful dance of mutual analysis. You discuss your respective most spontaneous thing you've ever done. Your answer is booking a last-minute Airbnb. Their answer is going to a concert without checking the artist's setlist first. You are both deeply impressed. You exchange numbers. You text that night using a pre-written template you adjust for fellow analyst type. They reply with an equally templated response. You schedule date 2 for next Thursday. You both cancel on Wednesday citing work deadlines. You never speak again. You hit a wall. You are 28. You have been on 163 first dates. You can group them into 7 distinct archetypes: the yoga teacher, the tech bro who wants to start a podcast, the grad student with a specific niche, the consultant who travels too much, the artist with a rich parent, the person who just moved here, the person who is secretly married. You have a folder of photos from these dates. You do not remember the names. You remember the archetypes. You try to break the cycle. You delete Hinge. You download Bumble. Your profile is identical. Your strategy is identical. The results are identical. You re-download Hinge. Comment cope below if this is hitting too close to home. You pay for Hinge Preferred. You get a rose. You send it to someone whose profile says they love travel. Their profile says nothing else. They do not match. You send another rose to someone who lists their job as entrepreneur. They match. Their first message is a link to their cryptocurrency newsletter. You block them. You decide roses are a waste of currency. You focus on commenting on prompts. You write a comment that is exactly 32 characters long. You have research that suggests 32 characters is the optimal length for a comment. The person replies. Their reply is 3 words. You analyze the 3 words for sentiment. The sentiment is neutral. You decide neutral sentiment is not worth pursuing. You unmatch. You have wasted a rose and 32 characters. Years pass. You are 34. Your friends are getting married. You are not. You are optimizing. You attend a wedding as a +1 of a friend. You meet someone at the bar. You talk. It is nice. You ask for their number. They give it to you. You type it into your phone. You feel a primal urge. You open Hinge. You search for their first name and age in your area. You find their profile. You look at their prompts. You analyze their photos. You decide, based on their typical Sunday answer, that they are not sufficiently ambitious. You never call the number. You tell your friend it wasn't a match. This is a lie. It was a match. You disqualified it in the qualifier. You go home alone. You open Hinge. You swipe left on 47 people in a row. You fall asleep with the phone in your hand. You wake up. You have a notification. It is from Hinge. It says you're a standout. It shows you the profile of a person who is objectively perfect according to your rubric. Their prompts are witty but not arrogant. Their photos show them engaging in a hobby you also pretend to enjoy. Their job is stable but not boring. You send a like. You wait. 2 days pass. They do not match. You check the profile again. You notice a detail you missed. In one photo, they are wearing a shirt with a logo of a band you dislike. You feel relief. The algorithm was wrong. You were right. You have avoided a suboptimal match. You are 37. Your data begins to work against you. The algorithm learns your type too well. It only shows you people who are also 37, also live within 1 mile, also work in a data-adjacent field, and also have a photo with a golden retriever. Your pool is now 12 people. You have already swiped left on 11 of them. The 12th is your ex from 2 years ago. You swipe right as a joke. They swipe left. The algorithm sends you a notification. We've run out of people in your area. Try expanding your distance filter. You expand it to 10 miles. The first profile shown is a person who lists their job as entrepreneur and their location as wherever the Wi-Fi is strong. You close the app. You open it again immediately. This is your life. You are 40. You do not use Hinge anymore. You use a service. It is a matchmaking service that costs $4,000 for 6 introductions. The matchmaker asks you what you're looking for. You give her your rubric. It is 11 pages long. It includes points for educational background, family relationship model, conflict resolution style, and preferred brand of ketchup. The matchmaker tells you she cannot work with this. She suggests you are looking for a specification, not a person. You fire her. You demand a partial refund. You do not get it. You write a 1-star Yelp review. The review is detailed. It cites a lack of data-driven methodology. You are alone. You have peace of mind. The peace is that of a perfectly calibrated machine with no input. You are 42. You attend a work conference. You meet someone. They are not from your city. They do not have a Hinge profile. You talk for 3 hours. You do not take notes. You do not analyze their prompts. You laugh. You feel a spark. You recognize it as a statistically insignificant outlier. You ignore it. You go back to your hotel room. You open LinkedIn. You look at their professional history. You decide their career trajectory is not sufficiently aligned with yours. You do not follow up. The spark dies. You have successfully avoided an irrational decision. You are 45. Your friends have children. Your parents ask about your plans. You tell them you are waiting for the algorithm to improve. They do not understand. You explain that machine learning models are getting better every year and soon the matching will be near perfect. They suggest you go to a grocery store and talk to someone. You ask them which grocery store has the highest density of compatible singles. They cannot answer. You do not go. You update your Hinge profile one last time. You change your age range from 28 to 35 to 38 to 42. You add a prompt. Looking for someone who understands that love is a Bayesian optimization problem. You get 0 likes. You consider this a victory. The filter is working. Years pass. You are 50. You live alone. Your apartment is perfectly organized. Your books are sorted by genre and then by author's last name. Your spices are alphabetized. Your dating dashboard is archived in a folder labeled past projects. You do not open it. You do not open Hinge. You open Netflix. You watch a documentary about animal mating rituals. You note that many species have more efficient selection processes than humans. You consider writing a blog post about this. You do not write it. You go to sleep. Your phone is on the nightstand. It does not light up with a notification. It does not light up with a match. It does not light up with a like. It is dark. You are alone. You have optimized yourself out of the market. All jokes aside, these are exaggerations. Internet caricatures born on social media and spread like wildfire. Yes, the compulsive optimization of dating life is real, but turning Hinge Power User into a universal punchline reduces real people to a single stereotype. Most people on dating apps are just lonely humans navigating an unnatural system, doing their best to find connection in a world that often feels transactional. Behind every meme is a real person with hopes, insecurities, and a genuine desire to not eat dinner alone. So laugh at the absurdity of the dashboards and the sunk cost dates, but remember that the search for love, however flawed the method, is a fundamentally human endeavor, not a data science project.